If you want to find out what I got in my latest makeup swap and what I gave away out of my collection, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène with another video, and today we are talking makeup swap. I ended up meeting up with a girlfriend of mine. I mentioned this in another video. We were at Starbucks. I brought some stuff to talk about. She brought some stuff to talk about, and we ended up swapping some palettes. Now, I will just mention right away what has left my collection because you might be curious. I ended up giving away the 35B from Morphe. I'll put a picture right here. The 35B is still available in Canada, not in the States. And I gave away those 35 vivid, bright, for the most part, bright shadows because 16 of those pans are replicated in the, or duplicated in the 25L, which was the Pride palette by Morphe. And so I feel like I'm good with the 25L. I was going to keep the, I might change my mind. I might get it again. The 35B as a secondary palette that I was not going to depot, but it has gone to a very good home to someone who does not have a ton of bright colored shadows, and I'm hoping she's going to play like crazy with it and do a bunch of really neat looks. And the other one that I gave away is a Quint, a 5-pan palette Quint from Lise Watier, which is a Canadian brand. And again, I'll put a picture right here. It's a beautiful 5-pan palette. Lise Watier is a very well-known higher level brand in Canada, and they are a bunch of plummy taupe colors. But that particular Quint, even though it's beautiful quality, the looks I came up with that quad were very, very nice. I'll put the video right here. But I just wasn't reaching for it, and it's a $40 Quint. I really wanted someone else to get something out of it, so it has gone to a good home. And I gave away a liner, a pencil liner, and a liquid liner, and I'm at a loss to know what else yes, a wax pencil for the brow. I gave away some of my backups that I consider to be staples that I was pretty sure that she might enjoy using as well. So I don't remember exactly what, but it's the, there were 3 or 4 items, and they're staples to me that I would have no trouble suggesting or recommending to someone else. Oh, and I also provided her with 4, she kept 3, with 3 blushes, 2 Physicians Formula, and actually 3 Physicians Formula, 2 that are from the Butter Bronzer blush offering, and then 1 that was more of a traditional, more powdery, not such a luminous blush as well. All 3 very, very different, because she told me that she wanted to try more blushes. There you go. And I also gave her a nice glittery purple shimmer, well, glittery shadow from Sephora. I had a double of it and handed that to her as well. So anyway, we did a very, very fun swap. And so I will stop yakking and show you what she passed along to me. Now, ironically, one of the ones that she passed along to me is another MAC palette. If you are familiar with the MAC palette that I already have in my collection, I was extremely disappointed with it, and I'll give you the video right here. When I first looked at the palette and did the swatches and first impressions, I wasn't too jazzed, and I said, well, you know, I'll give it a go and see, and it really stinks. And I've said it in a number of videos, and well, she handed me a chance to try another MAC palette with this Basic Bitch palette. I don't like the name, but the inside is not bad at all. And the funny thing is, a number of these hues are hues that were or are in that Quint by Lise Watier. So that's really interesting. So there are eight shadows and what looks like a very big, nice big highlighter. And it does sort of look like luxurious bling from Colored Rain. You see here. This one's a bit more golden, but they're not that far apart. That's interesting. I do enjoy the fact that there's a highlighter in this palette because highlighters we can use on the inner corner, on the brow bone, and of course to highlight our face. So that's not bad. It's not necessarily going to suit everyone, but I think that it's not bad. I hope you can see it on my hand here. All right, so this is one of the palettes. And here is the other palette. This is a palette that I have been coveting. And I have compared it because if you watch my channel, you may already know that I have singles of the Moondust shadows. And I did pay attention when I was on the Urban Decay site and looking to buy some Moondust shadows around Christmas. They were on for half off. And I just made sure that I did not replicate or duplicate, I should say, what is in this palette. I somehow knew this palette was still in my future, even though it's discontinued, and lo and behold, here it is. Now, she had never touched this palette. Never. It was brand new when she handed it to me. Now, of course, I brought it home, and what I did was I tried a couple just to get a sense with the liquid Moondust that I have. So I have the powder. There's no duplication in the powders, but this magnetic, I do have that one in liquid form. That's the only one of the shades that I have in some way, shape, or form in the Moondust collection. So needless to say, I am ecstatic at having a chance to try this palette because it definitely is a palette that I've been coveting for quite a while. If you are curious to know what all of these palettes look like, I am ready to swatch them for you. I will start with the Basic Bitch palette and finish with a bang with the Moondust palette. And I'm really curious about the Moondust palette as well because it seems to be there's a love-hate relationship with that palette. Not everybody is a big fan of the Moondust palette, and so I'm very curious to see what I end up thinking of it, right? So let's go back to this one. I think we're going to swatch this one first and, like I said, finish with a bang with the Moondust palette. Now I'm going to wipe off my hand because I have that highlighter on. All right, clean hand. And like I said, there are 8 shadows, so I think I can just put them all on my hand in 2 sets of swatches. I'm going to go with this set of 4 first, and then we'll do this other set of 4. I'm pretty excited. It's nice to have new palettes and to have shelled out 0 money for it. Okay, going into the pans. I don't mind having smaller pans of shadows in a palette because you're not going to use every one of them the same amount. So here are the first finger and the last finger are the big pans. The ones in the middle are the smaller pans. Let's do some swatches, putting them all on my hand right now. Okay, that's the first pass. And I think I'm going to do a second set of swatches here. And the white is not a bad, it's pretty matte. There's some shine to it, but it's pretty matte. And that plum color is really nice. It's a nice cool tone palette for sure. Okay, so pinky first here. Oh yeah, they build up really nicely. There we go. Yep, these are very nice. I don't have a problem with these. These are not at all the same as what I experienced in that Shiny Pretty Things palette. This is much nicer, at least in the swatches. I want to use this right away on my eye. I think this one and this one I'm already coveting. as another eye look. So that's cool. All right, and the fingers again. Yeah, very, very nice color. That is just beautiful. Yeah, no wonder I wanted to use it. Yeah, beautiful. And we're going to go for the other 4. By the way, if you are wondering how I got that look, I'll put the video right there. If you're curious, it is Clionadh Cosmetics Shadows. So we had, it's almost like 2 quads. It's like a plum quad and then a kind of earthy, or almost like a smoky eye quad. Okay, let's see how these look. Okay, that one's very close to my skin tone. Oh, nice taupey brown color, and then a black. Oh yeah, this is definitely a smoke show here. Here's the set of 4 from the other side of the palette. Now, of course, I can see how they're complementary. You can go back and forth between the 2 sets, but they could definitely be quads on their own. Okay, I'm going to go right in for a second set of swatches. Here is the second set of swatches right there. Looks like a decent black. I almost want to do the black one last time here. I'm okay with the black that's just buildable. Oh yeah. It gets pretty dark here. Good. Yeah, definitely gunmetal, kind of smoky eye. Very nice plum, shimmery plum option. And then of course we can just mix them up. I'm not mad at this. I think it looks really, really nice. Very happy with that. And again, colors one last time. Good. Very happy with that. Well, 2 sets of quads essentially in 1 palette, as I said before. And I'll just do the highlighter one more time, maybe on this hand this time. And I'll just use finger, that's fine. Of course, we could use that highlighter to brighten up any of those colors. Yeah, it really looks like that Colored Rain highlighter. You don't see quite as much shift in the pan, but it's definitely got some luminosity to it. Pretty happy with this palette. I cannot wait to do a first impressions with it, at least first to me impressions with it, and let you know what I think. Who's ready for some Moondust shadow swatches? I will leave these on my hand and go for these. Again, it's only 8 shadows, so we can definitely use it on the back of my hand. And I think I'm going to do top row and then bottom row, and luckily 4 and 4, and I happen to have 4 easy swatching fingers, so we'll go right in. So we have Spectre, Element, Magnetic, which I mentioned I already have in a liquid form, and Light Year. A liquid form in a, you know what I mean, those brush applicators. So here are the, look at that, here are the 4. I never get tired of seeing the swatches on the fingers before I apply them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They're so nice, I just want to continue the swatch all over my hand. Oh gosh, kid at heart, right? Oh wow, these are really neat. Here we go. I think I'm just going to double swatch them just to make sure they show, because I don't find that this one is showing up all that much. What is it? Starts with an S. Spectre. Spectre, yeah, it's not showing up quite that much on my hand. So let's just go one more pass with all of these. Again, it is the duochrome in it. It's closer to my skin color, and they just don't show very well when they're that close to somebody's skin tone. Here they are again. I like this one a lot. All right, and what are they called again? Yeah, the one I'm talking about is Element. Spectre, Element, Magnetic, and what's the last one? Lightyear. This is Lightyear. I find that the blue in Lightyear really softens up the green. I like all of them, but I have a feeling that these two are the ones I would use the most. Okay, here are the fingers again. I am really looking forward to playing with these. Really looking forward to playing with these. Wow. So much fun. Okay, now we've got the first four, and we're going to go into the other four. Just a reminder of the other four: Granite, Lithium, Vega, and what's this one? Galaxy. Okay, do the swatches here again. God, I feel like a kid just playing. That's a good thing. It would be terrible if I were bored to tears, wouldn't it? They're definitely a little bit gritty when you just pick them up, but they smooth out really easily. At least the first four have so far. So let's try that. Well, I'll say this much: some of them will go really well with the smoky eye shadows that I just swatched for the Basic Bitch palette. Here we go. Okay, let's try double swatching, although I have to say, is it Galaxy? Yeah, Galaxy really holds its own. Wow. Yeah, it really holds its own. I feel like these two don't need a double swatch. They're pretty good. But I'll still double swatch everything. I didn't do that in the last swatch video, but I think for this one I just want to do it. Especially because they're a little bit more chunky. I think they need a little bit more help. So here's the second go. And Galaxy. It's really hard to swatch on the hand on camera, isn't it? I don't think I'm doing it any justice, so let me just finish. Oh yeah, Vega looks so much better the second time around. Let's take a look at those again. Yeah, they really built up. These last two built up really nicely. And that last one. Oh, Granite. I've been calling, this is Granite. I've been calling it Galaxy. Granite, Lithium, Vega, and Galaxy. In short, I'm really happy with these, and frankly, both palettes I can definitely use and will really enjoy. I am really looking forward to playing with these two new additions to my collection, and yeah, I would say that these two are right up my alley and that I will enjoy using them. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it very much. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.